Good morning everyone. Hello, it's Sarah here from Junior Church. I thought I'd just to catch up with everybody and see how you'd got on with your seeds. So if you came to the nativity service or were part of the nativity service last Christmas, you would have been given a beautifully decorated envelope, and inside that envelope was another envelope with some instructions on it about planting the seeds that were inside. Now you may have planted these, because I know some of the junior church leaders were encouraging you to do this on one of our last sessions before we had to stop meeting. But if you haven't, and they're somewhere in your house, go and try and find them, because it's not too late. We're going to do this now together here. Right, so if you found some seeds that you haven't actually planted yet, go and try and find a plant pot. Now, if you haven't got a plant pot, that's fine, it's not a problem. If you've got a yogurt pot or a cream pot or something like that, that will be fine. Just put some holes in the bottom. If you've got some compost, then that's brilliant too. But if you haven't, try and find some soil, which is quite fine, from the garden or somebody else's garden if you ask their permission. Fill your pot. 2/3 full, something like that. Give it a press down. Find your seeds. Now they're quite small. You see that one there? Ooh, goodness, I'm going to drop it if I'm not careful. Do that. There we go. Tiny little seed. So pop it in your seed pot, and then pop a bit more compost on the top. Not too much, because you don't want to bury it too deeply, but a little bit more. It says about 1.5 centimetres on the packet we gave you, so around about a centimetre or so. Then give it a quick water, just so that the soil is damp. You don't want to drown it, and it won't need any more until it really starts growing, because otherwise it can get a bit too soggy. And then you might want to put a label in it. Now you might have a label or you might not. If you haven't got any labels, you can take a milk carton and carefully with a pair of scissors cut yourself out a label, which can then be written on with a pen that you use for sort of marking plastic bags and that sort of thing. So I'm going to put St. Mary's sunflower on my label and pop that in the pot. That needs to now go on a warm windowsill until you see something coming through. Keep it nice and warm. Now, I needed to plant one on the 1st of May, which is about 10-11 days ago for work, and that one is this big now. So you can see that's what you're looking out for. That's the seed leaves there coming up through. If you followed the instructions and what your junior church leaders were asking you to do in the older groups in March, you might have planted yours a little while ago. Now, I didn't plant the seeds that we had for Christmas, but I planted some other ones on the 28th of March, and these are now pretty big, as you can see here. They're pretty tall. And they're really waiting to go out in the garden. But we've had such cold weather just recently that I've kept them in the greenhouse for now. In a couple of weeks' time, it should be warm enough to put them out. And at that point, perhaps I'll do another little video and talk about planting them out in the garden. Okay, bye for now. Good luck with your seeds.